Sometimes people have this question: are these tools and strategies relevant for small businesses, or these are only applicable to the bigger businesses? Whether we know it or not, but every business owner, even a vegetable vendor, knows his competition, his customers, and accordingly plans his strategy for buying, pricing, and marketing. Any business in the beginning may be small, but it becomes bigger because somebody had the vision of making it big and worked really hard for it. And it is not necessary that every business has to use the same tools, but tools are here to help you develop that understanding. Tools provide you the framework to think in a specific direction. For example, if you need to multiply 18 by 7, you can do simple multiplication. You can use table of 18 or you can use a calculator. The methods may be different. One method may be faster and more efficient, but you will get the result if you make an effort. So here the idea is to help you develop the thought process and apply it in your business. In this video, I am going to help you to summarize all the findings of internal and external analysis, using which you will be able to find your strategic position with respect to external environment to help you find your strategy. This is Priyanka Bhaya, business and strategy expert, helping businesses grow in a sustainable way. Okay, let's talk about today's topic, finding your strategic potential. We have used Pestel and Porter's 5 forces for external analysis and McKinsey's 7S tool for internal analysis. Let us put together the findings of the earlier tools which we have used. Now I'm going to talk about a simple tool, SWOT, strengths, weaknesses, opportunities and threats, which most of you will already be aware of. This will not only help you to find your strategic position, but will also help you define your goals and create an action plan for strategy implementation. So this becomes the most important piece on which you build your entire strategy. SWOT helps you to take stock of where a business is and how it could improve. SWOT helps to distinguish any business by recognizing its unique strengths and talents, to have a plan to mitigate any weaknesses, to have a risk management framework for the threats, and to identify potential opportunities on the horizon. So let's see how we put it all together. 7S tool gives us all the strengths and weaknesses of the business. So we have a look at all the 7 things: shared values, strategy, structure, system, style, staff and skills, and identify the strengths in each of the areas and mention in the framework. Similarly, we also look at the weaknesses and mention those in SWOT framework. Strengths will usually mention what do you do well, what do you do better than others, what unique strengths and talents do you have, what do others see as your strengths, what are you proud of or really like about your business, what are the strengths of your organization, what are your advantages. Similarly, weaknesses will mention what could you do better, which are the things others are doing better than you, which are the things which are seen or perceived as weaknesses, what do you do badly, are there any gaps in your resources, what would your customers or employees or other stakeholders see as your weakest point. Now have a look at your Pestel and Porter's 5 forces framework reports and mention things in your opportunities and threats areas. If an external change is positive for your business, it becomes an opportunity. But if that change is negative for your business, it becomes a threat. So same change may mean different things for different businesses. For example, an increase in import duty is threat for an importer of that product, whereas this becomes an opportunity for a domestic manufacturer of that product. So have a look at few things. What external opportunities might move the organization forward? What trends should you follow? how changes in technology or the market will be impacting your business. Are there any government regulations or changes coming your way? Do an external scan of your environment. What changes are happening in society, population profiles, lifestyle changes, economic factors, international trends, demographic factors, and so on. Once you complete your SWOT, you are in a position to understand how strong is your industry and what is your position in that. So let's identify your spot in the grid. We are not looking at scientific analysis since this is not an exact science, but a broad understanding of your position in this grid would help you choose the right strategy. So on horizontal axis, we have mentioned the firm's internal capabilities, and on vertical axis, attractiveness of external environment is mentioned. If your industry is doing extremely well, you will be on high on y-axis, and if your business is also very strong, you will be in square number 9. Similarly, if your industry is weak, but if you are in strong position, you will be in square number 1. So once you are able to determine your position, we will see how to find the relevant strategy in the module strategy formulation. But before that, we need to dive into understanding company's vision, mission, values and goals, which we will be doing in the next video. Don't forget to download SWOT framework and your positional grid from the description below. If you have enjoyed watching this video, please like it. If you want to watch more such videos on entrepreneurship and strategy, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching.